Hi there everyone, this is Mr. Brayman and I hope that you are enjoying a fantastic summer so far. It's hard to believe that we're almost to the 4th of July weekend, but I also want to make sure that as you're having fun, you're also having a chance to brush up on some skills after a successful year and moving into the next year. If you were in 2nd to 5th grade this year, or if your student was in 2nd to 5th grade this year, they would have received back a map report from some of the map testing that we've done throughout the year. And we'll take a look at an example. This is what it may have looked like. This is a 3rd grade example. We can take a look at where their score was at the beginning of the year and where their score ended up at the end of the year. So this is the range of their scores. We can see what their projection was, what they ended up doing, their percentile range throughout the year as well. Also, we see the range of their scores in different sub areas in math and reading and language use down below. Today we're going to focus on math. We're going to take a look at the low number and the range of their scores, and we're going to use a service called Khan Academy that's very closely connected to their specific map scores. We've taken a look at those specific map scores for your student. Head on over to Google and do a Google search for Khan Academy Mappers. And at this site, we'll be able to enter in some of those scores from your student to help set up a series of practice questions that are based off of where they performed at their end of the year map test. So we can look at this link to find out where to find those map scores that we need and which scores to put in. So here we can see those examples. I'll go ahead and plug in the some example numbers for this 3rd grade student. Now that I've added in the scores for this student, I'm ready to see what my recommendations are. So I went to this a little bit earlier, so it shows some complete, but it sets up a series of questions, practice questions, starting from a lower range and moving into higher range and higher difficulty for this specific student. So we can look at geometry, operations in algebra. So again, it starts fairly simple, moving into more difficult questions. So just for example, we'll take a look here and go into some of the basic questions here. So here we can see the question that's set up. The desks are in 3 rows with 8 desks in each row. These are questions that you would see very similar questions to on the map test. Also within your math classroom and our math curriculum, very similar types of questions. So we can see the questions, we have our answer choices. I'll go ahead and pretend that I'm not quite sure here. I can go to this link, which will show me a video or a hint. In this case, I get a hint, and it shows me a little bit about how to do this question. I might need another hint, and it tells me what to do, which is great. My suggestion would be, even if our student knows the answer to this question, to look at those hints to see the process on how to answer these questions as well. So I'll choose my answer. Check. Hey, all right. I got the question correct. I'm ready to move on to the next one. So again, I can see a very similar question, a little bit more difficult. What expression could be used to calculate the number of squares? So I'm not just finding the answer, I'm finding the expression. Okay, so it looks like I could choose 7 times 3, check. You get the idea. So this is a great tool to use. More than enough questions to keep your student engaged and busy. It's a challenge. There are points that are offered up as you go along. So my suggestion would be to spend 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes a day if possible, having your student practice some of these questions. I hope you're having a great summer, and again, keep busy, but also have a great time, and we will see you back before you know it.